First up, we have 610798 Mount Pleasant Street at Nash Road. This is an intersection improvement project. The intersection of Mount Pleasant Street at Nash Road is currently signalized, but the equipment is antiquated. The ramp surrounding the intersection need to be updated to meet PROAG, and bicycle accommodation means and methods are being considered. So this, just to give everyone some reference, this is the Hathaway Triangle project, which was completed in 2023. There was a signal installation completed by the city in 2015 down here on Hathaway Road. And along Nash Road to the east is Church Street, and that provides direct access to the South Coast Rail Church Street station. As far as status goes, the project items that have been completed, we actually had a public information meeting for this project back in 2020 in person, I think a week before we all had to remain at home. We've completed the scoping checklist and meeting with the department. The road safety audit was completed. We completed ICE applicability in stage 1. We passed through stage 1 with stage 2 not being required. We did have our over-the-shoulder meeting on concepts with MassDOT, and right now we have some updated concepts that are under review. One challenge on the project is the Nash Road right-of-way, and hopefully you can see in this photo, it is, we have these significant retaining walls on the north side of Nash Road, and then we have the New Bedford Housing Authority buildings on the south side. So developing this cross section is a bit of a challenge with on-street parking and bicycle accommodation. Next up, we have project 612672. This is Tarkiln Hill Road and Ashley Boulevard. And actually, if New Bedford, if I forget anything, please definitely please add. This is a corridor improvement project along Tarkiln Hill and Ashley. This is a significant east-west corridor for the city of New Bedford, and we are looking to provide, Tarkiln also provides access to Church Street Station, and you can see here that this project is intended to meet up with the limits of the Kings Highway project, which construction is substantially complete on that corridor. And it's also going to meet up with the limits of a Safe Routes to School project completed in New Bedford, number 608747. I think it was called Ashley Boulevard. The New Bedford Firehouse number 9 is located at the intersection of Tarkiln and Ashley. The remainder of the corridor is a mix of residential areas and commercial areas. There's also access to the Normandin Middle School on Tarkiln. And the corridor does not have any type of bicycle accommodation. In addition, the traffic signal equipment is antiquated, and we'd be looking to improve that. As far as items completed to date, we have gotten through ICE applicability and stage 1 ICE. 2 of the intersections are provisionally approved for stage 1 as signals. We have a third intersection, which is Ashley Street at Wood Street, that the department has asked us to evaluate under stage 2. We did complete the pre-scoping checklist with the department, and potential challenge here is cost. We've got 3 signals to upgrade, and it's 1.25 miles long. I'll keep rolling into 612604 County Street. This is Union Street to Kempton Street, where we call this County Street Phase 2. And it is intended to pick up and meet up with the limits of the MassWorks project that was completed along Union Street. County Street Phase 1 actually goes from Union South down to the Nelson Street, Cove Street area. Excuse me. And we are intending to meet up with the limit of the Mill Street project, which had provided upgrades to the intersection of County Street at Mill Street and County Street at Kempton Street. So It's a corridor improvement project. It's certainly shorter than the Tarkin Hill one. This one's about 1,200 feet. And completed to date is ICE applicability was submitted, and also the city participated with UMass Dartmouth to study this corridor with the students. And so we do have all those materials available. Again, this is a little repetitive, but narrow right of way is certainly a challenge with trying to maintain on-street parking and also incorporate bicycle accommodation. Any questions? I took your interest of time statement very seriously.
I think that might be a record, Lisa. Thank you very much. Does anyone have Victoria?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the presentation. I just want to know what % design are each of these at?
So these are pre-25%. We think as soon as we can get through 25% really quickly once we get a preferred alternative determined at Mount Pleasant and Nash. But just to keep in mind too, Tarkin at Ashley is 2028 tip. And we have a MassDOT schedule established that we will be able to advertise in I think May of 28. And that schedule I did set up with more time for survey to account for winter conditions. So we should be starting survey here soon. And County Street Phase 2, this is a 2029 tip project. Mount Pleasant and Nash is 2027, is that right?
I think so.
Correct. It was moved to 2027.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you, Lisa. Any other questions on any of these projects?
I got a quick question. Just on the 2027 project, and my information might be old, but it looks like this is still just at the approved design stage. I'm sorry if I'm repeating the question Victoria just spoke, but can you tell me what phase of design that's at and when the next stage is anticipated?
So our schedule has us submitting, actually I just pulled it up. Give me one moment to give you an exact date. We have 25% being submitted end of February of 25.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
And just to be clear, we work really closely with Shane at CERTA. So he's to talk about the stops included in each project.
That's great to know too. Thank you, Lisa. Last calls for any questions or comments?
Yeah, I mean, to echo Lisa, appreciate this is Shane with SRTA. I appreciate the city work reaching out to us, and they've been very good. We have a great relationship with DPI here, and whenever projects are in the design, we are quick to be called, which is nice. So I encourage any municipality, if you're working on a project, if it's in the SRTA area, please, and it's going to affect a bus stop, please reach out to us. If you're in the GATRA area, please reach out to GATRA. It's a lot easier to address design concerns before the plans are finalized and the concrete is getting poured than after the project. So yeah, the sooner we're involved, the better.